would you give for a child you loved to make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Hello, I'm Lauren Lemanchek from Care 11, and we want to welcome you to our first ever virtual Wish Ball. Our program tonight will only last for approximately 40 minutes, and we appreciate you tuning in. With the recent global health crisis and its impact on our community, we've been working even harder to keep up with the changing needs of our Wish kids. While many of our popular wishes to travel have had to be postponed, creativity is blossoming and new local wishes are still being granted. Wishes to have a playhouse, a backyard makeover, or a fishing boat are making dreams come true for our Minnesota kids. But for every child who receives a wish, there's another child waiting, and tonight is for them. Children in our state battling critical illnesses who are counting on us to help the stars align to ensure that their wish is granted. Because a wish does so much more than simply provide a gift to a child who needs it. A wish brings the power of hope and inspires a child to keep fighting their illness. And for so many of our Wish kids, their wish is the turning point of their medical journey, and they go on to lead long, happy, healthy lives. We are here tonight to fight for these kids and to raise the funds to make all of their wishes come true. Participating tonight is easy. We'll be sharing some Minnesota stories and introducing you to a few of the Wish kids that inspire us every day. Don't forget to take some time to view our auction items by clicking on the auction button. It looks like a price tag. And of course, we hope you will donate to support our Wish kids by clicking on the button that looks like a present. That auction will be available until 9 tonight, so get those bids in and keep it up until closing time. Make-A-Wish Minnesota is such an incredible organization, and it holds a special place in my heart. I had a family member who was granted a wish, so I have seen firsthand the power of a wish. And I have been so delighted to have gotten to meet many of the Wish kids here in Minnesota. They're wonderful kids, and we adults could learn a lot from them about perseverance and optimism. And now it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Make-A-Wish Minnesota President and CEO, Maya Brose Hogberg.
Thank you, Lauren, for the introduction and for emceeing for us tonight. And thank you, all of you, who help us make wishes come true. As the President and CEO of Make-A-Wish Minnesota, I feel so fortunate to play a role in granting wishes to children with critical illnesses in our state. I've seen the impact of a wish firsthand, and these experiences continue to amaze and inspire me. There's no question that wishes are life-changing for everyone involved. This event could not happen without the support of Make-A-Wish Network and donors. First off, I want to thank the Shakopee Mendawakit and Sioux for their continued support as our presenting sponsor. I also want to give a huge thank you to Wishball co-chairs for 2020, Ashley Kilcher and Crystal Thumb. Thank you for your continued support of Make-A-Wish Minnesota. Next, I'd like to recognize our generous sponsors that made tonight a reality. Our diamond sponsor, Marston Holding LLC, our star sponsors, Allianz Life, Ecolab, US Bank, and Excel Energy, and our superhero sponsors, Bob and Celeste Ricada, Custom One Homes, Hormel, and Regalo Baby. Thank you all to our sponsors for continuing to support our largest fundraiser through our virtual format. We are so pleased to have 100% of our sponsors returning from last year's event. I want to thank the organizations that support our Minnesota community through their support of tonight's event. A special thank you to Periscope for producing the videos you see tonight, and Showcore, Soderbergh's Floral and Gift, Flatabo Advancement, and B Events for their continued support of our Wishball Gala. I would also like to thank our travel partner, Sun Country Airlines, for their immense help in making wishes come true all year. Last but not least, I would like to recognize the Make-A-Wish Board of Directors, our staff, and volunteers. I'd especially like to thank this year's board chair, Gretchen Sepek. Her thoughtful guidance was essential in steering the changes of this year's event. Each of these groups are comprised of dedicated and creative people with a singular vision to grant the wish of every eligible child in Minnesota. Thank you so much for all you do every day to make wishes come true. Each of you watching plays a vital role in supporting Make-A-Wish. It's only through your support that we can create life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. And these wishes really do transform lives. I truly believe that Make-A-Wish has the greatest mission in the world. And with your help tonight, we can even get closer to achieving our vision. As Lauren mentioned, tonight is special not only for Make-A-Wish Minnesota, but for the entire organization, as across the nation we launch into our 40th year of granting wishes. Every one of these wishes grew from a seed that was planted when a 7-year-old boy named Chris, diagnosed with leukemia, wished to be a police officer. His community came together to give Chris a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and we are still an organization that thrives because of our community. The volunteers, donors, and friends, they all come together to improve the lives of children with critical illnesses by creating unforgettable moments and lasting impact. As we reach this milestone, we reflect on the more than 5,800 wishes that have been granted in Minnesota alone. Every wish represents a child whose life has been changed. It's a tremendous achievement and should be applauded. But our work is not done. Tonight we're here to continue the legacy of the dedicated men and women who built the tremendous organization we know today. We celebrate not only what has come before us, but the wishes that are yet to come. And we ask you to think about what role you can play in granting the wish of every child who is waiting now and in the future. So thank you for joining us tonight. I encourage you to bid on our amazing auction items and donate through the donation button. It looks like a present right here on this page.
Thank you, Maya, and thank you all for being here tonight. Now how about we hear from one of our Wish kids? I want to introduce you to 5-year-old Mason. Mason was diagnosed with brain cancer 2.5 years ago, and since then, he has endured brain surgery, chemo, and radiation. He loves the outdoors, and all he wanted was to have a way to spend more time camping with his family. So let's learn more about Mason.
Right from the delivery room, I could see that he was just going to be a vibrant kid and full of energy, and as time went on, I mean, it just proved me right.
It was the summer he was 3.5, and he was at daycare, and his daycare lady actually brought it to our attention. She's like, he's kind of walking with a limp, do you notice? She was like videoing it and sending us film, like showing how he was kind of stumbling when he was walking.
Wasn't something at first you were too concerned about. I kind of thought he has big feet, he's a tall kid.
Within days it just got worse to the point where he would take maybe 1-2 steps and then just fall down.
And so at first we thought maybe he hurt himself somehow, pulled a muscle, you go through all that. And then it was like, no, make an appointment, get him looked at.
And we brought him in and they started running lots of tests. He had to bring one finger to his nose, bring it back down, and then bring the other finger to his nose and back down, and he couldn't do it.
Once the tests happened, you just kind of kept hoping for something else.
Life, Started off high as could be, and then when the kid's diagnosed with something like cancer, it's flipped your whole world upside down. And
when I was told he had a brain tumor, I remember staring off into the window and just not believing what was being told.
It's not something you ever would want your child or a grandchild to go through. I just can't say any parent you can't imagine.
You have to find a way for a child to understand and not make it overwhelming for him. So Tony came up with the analogy, they found a marble in your head and the marble's pushing on your head and it's causing you not to be able to walk right, and we got to take that marble out.
I think the second you hear something like this, you will do whatever you have to do. So
he's just a positive kid, He's very looking on the bright side always.
I think you never know how strong you can be until you have to go through something like that. I think it's scary and it's overwhelming, but you'll find your strength inside you to get through it all because your child's the most important thing.
Brain surgery, seeing him on the table like that was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to go through.
For us, Mason was what kept us going. I mean, how well he was doing made you feel more positive and good about it all. Like, if he's doing this good, it has to be going. It has to be working, it has to be going well.
And shortly he'll be back to his old self 100%.
There was a social worker who came to meet with us to just see how we were doing financially, and then she had brought it to our attention that Mason could possibly qualify for Make-A-Wish based off of his condition and his age.
When you're focused every day on that, you can't think about, I want to go on a trip, or, I want to have something fun. It's a really nice gift.
I'm really excited because I think it's going to let us just make tons of memories, and I'm hoping that it becomes something that the kids look forward to doing every summer, that it just becomes like a ritual.
There was so much restriction before. This last year and a half has been really tough, so this summer I can't wait to get the kid back on his bicycle. He's got an RC car he can't wait to drive around the parking lot, and we can go on hikes and walks and to the parks.
I think if he can make it through what he went through, I truly believe he can do anything if he wants to and puts his mind to it.
Here at Make-A-Wish, it is our mission, our responsibility to do whatever we can to provide hope for families going through difficult experiences like Mason's. Earlier in the evening, I shared that wishes have the power to help children fight their critical illnesses. And there is no better way to understand this fact than to see the power of a wish in action. So let's see what comes next for Mason.
Oh my goodness. He's stopping.
That's all yours. What? It says, "Welcome to Mason's camper. Your wish has arrived."
Wasn't that incredible? We are so thrilled for Mason that he now has a camper to be able to use with his family this summer. Thank you to all of our supporters and friends who made this wish possible. And a special thank you to Hilltop Trailer. They have been incredibly generous supporters for many years, having supported many camper wishes for Minnesota kids. They were instrumental in partnering with us to provide Mason's amazing camper and for the wish reveal. This is exactly why we're all here tonight, for the stars to align and create moments of magic for Mason and so many kids like him. And now I'd like to introduce you to someone else who truly understands the power of a wish and has seen them granted not just in Minnesota, but all across the country. Here to join us from our Make-A-Wish headquarters is Richard Davis, CEO of Make-A-Wish America.
Good evening, Make-A-Wish Minnesota. I'm Richard Davis, CEO of Make-A-Wish America, and here to celebrate with you the virtual Wish Ball Gala for the Minnesota chapter. I wish we could be together tonight, but instead, thanks for being part of this wonderful mission. First, let's thank Maya and the team for the great work they do for Make-A-Wish in the state of Minnesota and for all the kids that need us so desperately. Now let me thank all of you for being present tonight, for your support, your advocacy, and your engagement. No one knows better than me that the Minnesota community is among the most philanthropic communities in the world. It's what you always do. You always have been, and I'm counting on you again tonight. Each and every child's wish is important to them and the community around them. This is our chance to step up and say to those children, whether I know you or not, we're here, we're surrounding you. We want to make sure your wish comes true. Since the first wish in April of 1980, we have granted 345,380 wishes. Many right here in the state of Minnesota, but each and every one important to that child, to that family, and to that journey. The power of a wish cannot be understated, and maybe more now than ever. You tell me, but what does the world need more now than hope? And you see, Make-A-Wish, well, our currency is hope. It's what we do with our wishes, with the children that need us so desperately. You see, the power of a wish is not only important because it gives the kids something to look forward to, but the timing of the wish is important in and around the therapy that will help them recover and to manage through this very difficult time. Wishes are waiting right now because the world's changed. We can't put kids on planes. We can't get them to places like theme parks like Disney World or SeaWorld. So instead, we need to tell them that we're still here, we're excited to be part of their mission, and we're going to be part of this messaging through messages of hope. And if you haven't already registered your own video, 1 minute to say to each kid, we're here, we're excited, we're going to make sure your wish happens, that would be great as well. But tonight we're here to talk about financial support. While our currency is hope through wishes, the way we do that is through financial support. And I'm counting on you one more time to be as generous as you have in the past. We asked the Gallup organization how to best describe Make-A-Wish, and they came up after studying with the following phrase. It goes like this: if a kid you loved needed help, what would you do? And the answer is always anything. Well, we have kids that need our help, and so we need to give them everything. I'm counting on you tonight to be part of that with our Fund a Need. I need your support now more than ever. Maya and the team are going to do great things with these wishes, with these children. The board of directors has done such a great job of leading the governance to make sure we do it in the best way we can. And tonight we're calling it When Stars Align. You're the stars, aligning. As you've seen from our wonderful storyboard, this young girl grabs a rope and she wants to move it into a position so that her friend in a hospital room can see the star and believe in the hope that's inspired by that. She can't move the star by herself, so these strangers come along and help grab the rope, and together they all move the rope into the position where the child goes to his window in the hospital and says, there are people who care about me, and I feel the love and I feel the support. That's Make-A-Wish. So when we all align, each of you a star in that wonderful journey for that child, amazing things happen. So thanks. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for being part of Make-A-Wish. Thanks for being part of the great state of Minnesota. Know that I miss you all. I'm very proud to know you and excited to see what happens tonight. Make-A-Wish is indeed a place of gratitude and a place of hope. See you soon.
Thank you, Richard, for that touching message. We're going to share more about how you can give tonight. And to do that, please help me welcome Glenn Flattabo from Flattabo Advancement.
Richard, thank you for your continued leadership in Minnesota and now for Make-A-Wish nationally. Lauren, thank you for being with us and emceeing tonight's event. My friends, we've come to the most important part of our presentation, where we can make a difference together. There are 300 children in Minnesota who are waiting for wishes. The average wish costs $10,000. We can raise enough money tonight to support 73 wishes, and our goal for the Fund a Need this moment is to see if we can raise $150,000. I am so pleased to announce that a Minnesota family has come together and they're offering a $50,000 match. So they're going to match every gift, portion of every gift, dollar for dollar, up to $50,000. Thank you to that family for your generosity. We also have a commitment tonight of $20,000. So we have a $50,000 match. We have a $20,000 gift that was put together by several families. Thank you to those families for that generosity. Our next levels are $15,000, $10,000, $5,000. You can take a moment right now to make a gift. Let's see together if we can raise $150,000 that will help us provide 73 wishes for kids in Minnesota. Here's a $15,000 gift from Karen and Glenn Larson and Thrivent. $15,000 from Karen and Glenn Larson and Thrivent. A $10,000 gift that just came in. This is from Karita and Dan Hibben and C.H. Robinson. Thank you to C.H. Robinson, Karita and Dan Hibben for that gift. A second $10,000. This is from Guy and Patsy Mingo. Guy and Patsy, we appreciate your support tonight. A third $10,000 gift. This is from Brian and Heather McKnight. Thank you to Brian and Heather McKnight. Look at this, everyone. At our $5,000 level, we have gifts coming in at our $5,000 level. Our first gift is from KLN Family Brands. Thank you to KLN Family Brands for that donation. A second $5,000. This is from Anonymous Family here in the Twin Cities. Thank you to that family. It's a $5,000 gift. A third one, a $5,000 contribution from Lisa Valenci and Brian Tilzer. Thank you to Lisa and Brian. Let's keep the support growing. We are doing wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for all of your support.
Thank you so much, Glenn. I know you'll be back with us in just a little bit, but now it's time to tell you about another one of our amazing Wish kids. Natalia, Nat for short, was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a type of bone cancer at the age of 12. During the holidays in 2018, her family learned that she was not expected to survive. After talking with her Wish coordinator and building on her love of fashion, Nat decided that her one true wish was to design a dress with Randy Finoli from the television show Say Yes to the Dress. It would be no ordinary dress, but a going-away dress to be worn at her funeral. Randy flew to Minnesota immediately, where he and Nat spent an entire day talking about fashion, his TV show, and life in general, all while working on a one-of-a-kind dress design. After their meeting, Randy flew back to New York City to begin work on Nat's dress, which was completed in a record 4 days. Let's take a closer look at Nat's story.
Today I wanted to talk about a charity that is truly special to me, and that's Make-A-Wish. And I've been really involved in this charity. And my third Make-A-Wish girl that I met last year was Nat. And they called me late at night and told me they had this little girl, Nat, that she had a terminal illness and they didn't know how long she was gonna live. And Nat loves to design, she loves to sketch, she loves me and Say Yes to the Dress, and she wanted my help to design the dress that she was gonna be buried in. So I flew out the very next morning and to Minnesota to meet up with her, and I was so worried. I didn't know how I was gonna handle this situation going into the room. And I said, Randy, you've just got to suck it up. You've got to do this. Put on a happy face. And I went in that room, and I tell you, she just lit up with joy. And we had the most amazing day ever with her sister and her mom, and we watched videos, and we ate sushi, and we told jokes, and we cut up. And finally we sat down and we sketched out her dream dress for her to get buried in. And I flew back to New York, and with the help of Kleinfeld, we were able to turn this dress around in 3 days and get it to her. And I just have to say that I haven't really talked about this story before because it's just been a little too painful. To know that when you go to FedEx and you're putting a dress in a box that a little girl is going to be buried in was one of the most challenging things I've ever had to do in my entire life, but one of the most amazing and rewarding things I've ever done as well. When she received that dress, we FaceTimed each other, and when she saw it, she cried from joy. And when she saw the Randy Finoli bridal label on the inside, she cried. When she put it on, she acted like she was a princess, and she said, well, maybe I'm gonna have a party on a yacht, and maybe I'll invite Beyonce, but maybe not. She may not be good enough for this dress. The joy that this brought her brought me so much joy. So if you're out there and you're looking to donate to an incredible charity, please donate to Make-A-Wish and help them out, because we want to fulfill all these wishes for these little beautiful children. Do you like this sketch or this dress? Could you see yourself wearing this dress? Yes. Nat, are you saying yes to the dress?
I'm saying yes to the dress!
Ah, she said yes to the dress! Say hello, everyone. Say hi, Nat. Hi. Okay, Nat, look at this. You want to show her the sleeve? This is your sleeve. Look how beautiful the beading is on that. So we're working feverishly to get this dress done. Actually, they're doing such a beautiful job. Thank you, ladies. Say bye, Nat. Bye. Bye. A big kiss. Mwah.
It's the day! It's the day! Oh my god!
Get ready.
Ooh, you gotta go. Great. I officially have a goal. Oh, pretty. Oh. This is the best day of my life.
So Nat, are you saying yes to the dress?
Yes, I'm saying yes to the dress.
Are you crying yet? I think that's probably one of the most powerful wish stories I have ever seen. And we just want to give a special thank you to Randy Finoli and Kleinfelds for making Nat's wish come true. In honor of Nat's wish, we have a special surprise for you today. And to talk about that, I want to bring in Glenn. Thanks for being here. I mean, the wishes that we are making come true tonight are just incredible.
It is remarkable. I am grateful to be here tonight, everyone. I'm Glenn Flattabo with Flattabo Advancement. I've been the auctioneer at this event for many years. Lauren, the bidding is always super strong at this event. So we are going to have a great time during our premier auction segment. So everyone pour yourself a glass of wine or another beer right now. Social distancing, by the way, Lauren, is a lot more fun when you're bidding at home, okay?
Yes.
So we are ready to go. We have our goal with our event tonight is to raise enough money to provide 73 wishes. So every time you bid, you are making a difference. Let's have fun with this. We have 6 amazing items. Our first item is a trip to New York City. It's the Kleinfeld package. Lauren, I know you love this package, so I'll have you share a little bit more about it.
Say yes to the dress. You just saw a little piece of it with Nat's wish. I binged this show. This is incredible. So if you have a bride-to-be in your life or just someone who loves fashion, loves Say Yes to the Dress, you cannot beat this package, which is a trip to go to Kleinfeld's.
So they're also going to work with us in the time. So if you want to go this fall or if you need to go next spring, they're going to be flexible with the timing. The winner will receive a 3-hour extended appointment and will receive $1,500. Lauren, it's a great gift. $1,500 towards one special order wedding dress. The lodging is included as well at Intercontinental in New York. It's an amazing package, really a remarkable opportunity to go to New York. It's a great item.
Well, yeah. I mean, first of all, we know wedding dresses are expensive, right? So then you talk about getting the lodging free. You talk about getting this discount on the dress. And on top of this is just an incredible tribute to Nat. We just saw her story and really just another way to make stars align for kids like her. So I really think this is going to be a super popular package.
Again, everyone, you can bid till 9 p.m. tonight. So that is item number 1 in our live auction, our premiere auction. Here's the second item. This is a big deal. It's the Rolling Stones signed guitar by all the members of the Rolling Stones. That's a big deal. I don't think I've ever sold this in my entire career.
I mean, this guitar literally signed by Mick Jagger, signed by Keith Richards. So if you have a music fan in your family, this is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is really pretty special.
So I've been an auctioneer a long time, and this is an old auction story. Elvis Presley bought his first guitar on an auction, and look how famous he became. So
I mean, it worked
the
out
same
for
thing
him.
could happen to you at home. So if you buy this, you are going to become famous. Maybe you'll be the entertainer at the next year's Wish Ball with the guitar.
And they'll have us to thank.
Yes.
This is great.
Item number 3 is from Hormel. Hormel, it's a great Minnesota company. They've been super supportive to us over many, many years. They provided an in-home chef, so it's a dining experience for 10 people. The chef is going to come to your house. You can negotiate when you do it. Lauren, I will tell you, in my line of work, these in-home dining experiences are the best items that we sell. It's a great item.
Absolutely, and thank you, by the way, to Hormel for this generous gift, because aren't we all just a little tired of our own cooking by this point? I mean, restaurants were closed for so long, we stayed home, now they're open again, but still, the opportunity to have a world-class chef in your home treating you and your friends and your family, it's really amazing.
Thank you for bidding on the Hormel in-home dinner. Item number 4 is an item that's always moving to me. It is something that when I'm auctioning this item, I always am moved by the spirit to support. People are bidding on these wish art pieces to support Make-A-Wish. We have a great piece that we're selling tonight. Nevaeh is the little girl in Brooklyn Park who put this piece together. It's a beautiful piece. It's 30 inches by 30 inches, a remarkable opportunity to support us and remember tonight.
And Nevaeh, really, I mean, her story is incredible. The artist that she worked with is incredible. And this is one of those opportunities to really just take her wish, her story, and bring it into your home. And it is an incredible piece of art.
We also want to thank Christy Abbott for her help in this item. She partnered with Nevaeh to produce the piece. Again, it's 30 inches by 30 inches. This is sold for well over $10,000, our wish art in the past. So anytime you bid, you're making a difference and helping us achieve 73 wishes tonight. Our 5th item tonight, this is also an item, Lauren, I know that you are personally passionate about.
So it sounds like all I do is watch TV, but in addition to binging Say Yes to the Dress, I like to binge Kids Baking Championship. And so we are super lucky that we have such generous folks here in the Twin Cities, including General Mills and Paige Gaynor. Now, Paige Gaynor, you may know, was really successful on Kids Baking Championship last season. So for this item, she will give you a personalized cupcake decorating class, and you'll get a tour of General Mills. This is just really amazing for the baker in your life.
So the more you bid on this, the more fun you will have. So you can bid right now, bid super high. And again, it's for 10 people. We want to also thank personally the Gaynor family for this contribution and General Mills, a great Minnesota company. We have great items tonight. Our final item is a very unique item. Matter of fact, I've done a lot of work for Make-A-Wish over the years. I have never seen this item sold. It is a virtual wish unveil.
And what I love about this is this cuts right to the heart of why we're here tonight and what we do at Make-A-Wish. You are going to have the opportunity to make a wish come true and to experience this with the child, which really, isn't that what we're all here for? To make stars align for kids.
Absolutely. So the Minnesota staff will choose the child and the wish. You will be at home on Zoom and you can watch the unveil happen. You can have your family and your friends there. Really something that you will never forget in your entire life. Again, every time you're bidding tonight, you're making a difference for us in achieving 73 wishes for kids across the state of Minnesota. So bid till 9 o'clock. We appreciate all of your support. Again, a personal thank you to all of our donors for our premier auction items tonight. Remarkable items.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Glenn. Again, I hope all of you who are watching this will assist us in granting the wish of every eligible child in Minnesota. Once again, you can donate by clicking on the donate button that looks like a present. Bidding will be open until 9 p.m. 9 p.m. on those silent auction items as well. By clicking the auction button that looks like a price tag, please remember to check out and pay for your items before moving on with your evening. Thank you so much for joining us for our first ever virtual gala. Together, we create life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. Thank you for helping make wishes come true.
Thank you for granting wishes for kids like me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From me, all the Wish Kid, thanks for your support.
Thank you for taking my wish. No, you're fine.
Thank you for granting wishes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.